Ladies and gentlemen, this is a 2023 Toyota Crown Platinum Hybrid MAX. And it's Toyota's way of reminding us that they're still kind of weird. Now in Japan, the Toyota Crown has been around for a very long time, and it's basically the Japanese Crown Victoria. They use it as a taxi cab and a police car. You see them all over the place over there. But for the United States in 2023, this is the replacement for the aging Toyota Avalon sedan. Now, despite the fact that Toyota had tried to make the Avalon more sporty, it never did shake its image of being the Japanese Buick, so they've replaced it with this and positioned it in the marketplace as an alternative to the sport utility vehicle. It has a little bit higher ride height than a traditional sedan. It has standard all-wheel drive and a standard hybrid powertrain. Of course, this being a Platinum, it has the Hybrid MAX turbo powertrain. So we're going to take a look at this car today and see what's what. We are going to look at the styling, we will look at that Hybrid MAX powertrain, we'll measure out the cargo space, we'll look at the passenger room, and we'll look at the features on this Toyota Crown Platinum. And as always, if some of that sounds good and some of it sounds bad, please check the description below for timestamps. Now we will talk about the styling on this Toyota Crown, and I think that this is a very good looking car, and that's backed up by the reaction that a lot of people have had to me driving it around for the last couple of days. Everybody seems to be a fan of the way it looks. This is a Crown Platinum, and it is equipped with the optional bi-tone paint scheme. So this particular one is kind of the platinum gray with the black on it, and I think it looks fantastic. I really like the way that the body paint kind of matches the wheels. You've got these 21-inch rims that are gloss black with the machine finish. So the black on the wheels matches the black on the car, and the machine finish matches the gray bits on the car and the chrome door handle pulls and such. So the bi-tone, you have black on the bumper, the rear trunk lid, the roof is essentially black because you do have the giant panoramic moonroof up there. You've got the black bits on the side, and then the hood and the front bumper are black. You've got the LED projector beam headlights and bunch of nice little touches on the exterior. I would say overall this is a very, very good looking car. We'll see if that helps it in the sales figures. It should be noted this is pretty expensive. This car has an MSRP of about $53,000. Probably more with destination charge, and of course dealer markups are going to be on there too. So not an inexpensive car, but definitely a very good looking one, and I think it does have a little bit more presence than a traditional sedan thanks to its taller ride height, and especially the bi-tone paint again on this Platinum edition just makes it look great. Now we'll have a look under the hood of this Toyota Crown Platinum, and because it is a Platinum, it has the Hybrid MAX powertrain. I'm assuming they got that name off of a vacuum cleaner. The Hybrid MAX gives you more power than the more entry-level Crown models. We have a combined 340 horsepower from the electric motors and the 2.4-liter turbocharged inline four-cylinder. You do have full-time all-wheel drive on this car, but the rear wheels are only driven by the electric motor. So we have that going for us. One interesting thing, when you get the Hybrid MAX powertrain with the turbo engine, it does not have the electronically controlled CVT like the lesser Toyota Crown models. This actually has a genuine 6-speed automatic transmission. It is a little bit weird that it's only got 6 gears, and Toyota's out here trying to charge $53,000 MSRP for this car. Who do they think they are? Mazda, trying to get that much money for a 6-speed automatic? That's a bit of a strange choice, but that's the transmission it has. I will say it's weird driving it because it's not super smooth at very low speeds. It kind of stumbles and is a little bit jerky, either coming to a stop or rolling away from a stop. It almost feels like there's something wrong with this particular car. I can't imagine that's how Toyota designed it, but other than that, the powertrain is very good, the transmission's very smooth, and it does have a lot of power. It is rated at 29 miles per gallon in the city and 32 on the highway, which is very respectable for a sedan of this size that has this level of performance. It can go 0 to 60 in 5.7 seconds, and it's equipped with all-wheel drive. All right, now it's time to measure out the cargo space. So we are going to push the little button to open the trunk and do just that. The length from the back of the trunk to the back of the back seat with the seats up is 3 feet and 9 inches. The width at the rear of the trunk at its widest point into that little, I don't know if you can see it, into that little indentation right there. 4 feet and 2 inches. The width of the trunk at its narrower point in between the wheel wells, 3 feet and 5 inches. The height of the trunk on the inside of it is 1 foot and 7 inches. And I'd like to note that the roof of the trunk is very nicely finished and kind of some mouse fur material. Very well made, this car. The length of the cargo area from the back of the trunk all the way to the back of that front seat with the back seat folded down, 6 feet and 4 inches approximately. I say approximately because that does kind of depend on where you have that front seat set. It's in kind of a mid position right now, so we'll say 6'4", but you don't really get a flat load floor there. There is a big hump, but you could still put some longer objects in there if you needed to. And if you need to lift something into the back of your new Toyota Crown, you will need to lift it 2 feet and 7 inches off of the ground. And just for fun, let's have a look down here. So we have a spare tire, that's pretty cool, with some tools down here. And let's see. The owner of this car bought it used, and they sold it to him allegedly for $57,000, which is a little over MSRP. It had some extra stuff on it, of course. And how many miles did it have on it when he bought it? It had 677 miles. So there you go. That's apparently what this one sold for, slightly used. Now we're gonna have a look at the passenger space, and for this test I use myself. I'm 6'5", so let's see if I can sit behind myself in a new Toyota Crown. So, as we can see here, I have enough knee room in the front, I have enough headroom in the front, and if I come back and sit behind myself, this car shows why they use it as a taxi cab in Japan. I have enough knee room, I almost have enough headroom. I can kind of position my head in such a way that I would, so I'll give this one a pass. You do have air vents and 2 USB-C charging ports in the rear. And of course we have rear heated seats as well, and those controls are on the door in the new Toyota Crown. Now we'll move to the inside of the new Toyota Crown, and because this is a Platinum model and it has so many features, I'm not really going to go over everything. Of course, it's got your basics, dual zone automatic climate control, heated and cooled front seats, a dual stage heated steering wheel. That's a very nice touch. You've got 2 different levels of heating plus an automatic option for the heated steering wheel. Those are all things that you would expect in a Toyota that's north of $50,000. So I'm just going to kind of go over some of the less expected features, or at least more notable ones in my opinion. You do have this advanced park system where you hit the button and the car kind of scans and looks for a parking spot, and when it finds one, it can take over and control the gears, like what if it's in drive or reverse or whatever, and it can also control the steering to try to put you in the spot. Honestly, I've played with this a little bit in the couple of days that I've had the car, and I haven't been overly impressed with it. In the sort of weird parking spots where you might want some help from the car, it seems to get confused. And then in the normal parking spots where there's nobody around, which is where I'm most comfortable allowing it to try to do what it does, it doesn't seem to do it very well. I can park fine myself, so it's not a feature that I would use very much. You do have the surround view monitor as well to help you park yourself. That is a very cool kind of 360-degree camera. Toyota and Lexus do a great job with that. And you especially get some hilarious footage if you run the car through a car wash. It will pop on because of the front parking sensors detecting an obstacle, and that's pretty entertaining. You have adapted variable suspension. So of course you have a whole bunch of different drive modes that you can put the car in. That's very common with new cars, and it'll kind of change the throttle response, the steering feel, what the anti-lock braking and the traction control system do sometimes, but this one can also change the ride quality a little bit. So that is a very upmarket touch. You have a very nice wireless charging system. I enjoy the way that that works in this particular car, just because it holds the phone in place very well and you can see the phone when it is in the wireless charger. And one more feature that I really like is the giant panoramic moonroof. This is becoming a little bit more common on sedans, but still not too many of them have it, and it does look really cool if you're a fan of big moonroofs. This one definitely has it. And of course you have wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, along with a built-in factory navigation system, so you'll always know where you're going in your Toyota Crown Platinum. Now we'll talk about the safety features, and the Toyota Crown does come standard with Toyota's Safety Sense 3.0 system. This is a very comprehensive suite of safety features. We've got the pre-collision system for the emergency braking. We have the lane departure alert, so if you're drifting out of your lane, it will try to correct you there. Dynamic radar cruise control, which works extremely well in this vehicle. The lane tracing assist, which works in concert with the dynamic radar cruise control to kind of keep you centered in your lane. If you have one of these cars, I'll put a link in the description to a video I made showing how to use that system. You've got the road sign assist, so it can read road signs and kind of alert you to things like speed limits. Automatic high beams, and of course the most Toyota safety feature ever, proactive driving assist. This actually will slow the car down when you're coming up to a curve on the highway to try to prevent you from going through the curve too quickly. And if that's not a Toyota thing, slowing down traffic through a curve, I don't know what is. Thank you so much for watching my video on the Toyota Crown. I actually really like this car. It's different, it's quirky, but it's kind of for me because I don't really like SUVs, but I like the way this one looks, and I do like sedans, and I like all-wheel drive, so I'm a fan. I think it was maybe a good decision for Toyota. I guess time will tell, but we'll see what happens. Anyway, if you like my video, please like and subscribe, and have a great day. Bye-bye.